Okay, so here we are doing a walk around of the Harley Davidson 2006 Sportster XL. This is carbureted rubber mount engine. A lot of standard cosmetic updates have been done on this. Electrical has been moved. You can see it just above the choke there. I've also upgraded to cycle electric stator and voltage regulator here. Apologize for the shakiness of the video, I'm just doing this on my iPhone. Joker machine cover, got mid controls here with built well pegs. I got a Licks handmade seat here. I've got the progressive 444 shocks. I've got this is No School choppers rear light. This is a handmade leather seat. I can't remember who did it, but the name's on the inside, and the Harley solo mounts. On the front here, got an aftermarket headlight. We've got a Speedo relocate. We've got chrome controls, as well as a adjustable clutch lever. I've also put in a, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a German clutch that is basically an easy pull clutch. It's one of the top of the line, so it's clutches and easy pull. Standard stock forks, not much there. Built well. Risers, built well. I think those are chump bars. So this is aftermarket tank, aftermarket fender, front and rear. Done bolt-ons, so all the bolts, or some of the bolts, have been upgraded to brass. You can see here brass bolts. There's brass bolts on the back of the bike here, and I've got Joker machine LEDs here on each side, front and rear. I'm an electrical engineer, so I was pretty careful with the wiring. I was pretty fussy with it, so all the wiring is heat shrunk and soldered, and sometimes double heat shrunk, and it's routed as basically as cleanly as I can get it. So you can see they're bullet jokers on the back, and on the front are, can't remember the name of these, but they're slightly different. So they're slip-on the forks, and they're both LEDs. So coming around to the front of the bike, got master cylinder, Joker machine cover. This lever does not match this lever, but I've got both of these, so depending on which style you like, they change out really easily. Braided steel line here. Got a steering dampener, which I've installed here. It's nice, just I guess reduces some of the vibration on the road. Coming around, so on this side here, back up a little bit, we've got a Joker machine air intake, Joker machine points cover, mid controls again, built well pegs, Vance and Hand short shot. These are baffled. You can take the baffling out if you want to make them really loud, but I think it's fine with the baffles. It's plenty loud. Got a temperature gauge in the oil tank here. Progressive shocks. Again, so there was rusting on the pictures, so I've got the plugs for these. They're just little Harley little buttons that go in here. But the rusting on these is not very significant. I took just a piece of sandpaper I had laying in the garage, and it was not in great shape, the sandpaper. It was probably like 200 or 300 grit or something, just some foam sandpaper, and I just rubbed this like 3 times. So you can see that, like, I put these on probably 2 years ago, and they sat in the garage, never been ridden in the rain. This rust is really just cosmetic. It's not down or pitting or anything into the metal. It can get polished up, it can get painted. What I was going to do is I've just sort of roughed out this fender, but the idea is I was actually going to cut this fender over here and then weld these holes shut, but again, I don't want to spend too much time on the bike. Here you can see the No School chopper, nice lights. Again, not a lot of miles on this since I put it on. So we'll come up to the front here. So I've done the ignition relocation, so a lot of this stuff's pretty standard. I just have the battery hanging out. I don't have the cover on it because I just put this brand new battery in. I installed a circuit breaker here. So all pretty professional stuff. Not cutting corners anywhere here. Stock petcock, and yeah, you know, I think that's about it. This is a Handmade Licks. It's a nice bag. So I'll flick it on here. We're gonna try to do a cold start. So you can see it's actually been sitting for probably 8 months in my garage. So these are dead cold. They're colder than the air temperature out here, and it's probably about plus 15. So this is gonna be really telling how this works. I have no idea if it's gonna start first try, but we'll give it a shot. Moving up here, so I'll flick this on. And you can see here we've got about 15,000 miles on it. So this is a US bike. It's got some there's no kilometers on it. It's all in miles per hour, and that's about 15,000 miles. Just do a quick electrical check. So there's left turn signal, and then we'll do right turn signal. See right turn signal. Grab the rear too here. Oh, we still got it. Turn signals are good. Power on the brake light. See if I can reach the brake from here so you can see. Hopefully I got that in camera. Brake's fine. So here we go. We're gonna try to start her up here. Got the choke out. So first run here. Okay, my neighbors hate me now. That's okay. So the bike started, a couple tries now. The reason it took so long is probably because I just drained the tank and I put fresh gas in, so it was probably just pulling the gas through, which is why it took a couple turns before it started. Plus, it's super cold. It's been sitting like for 8 months, so I mean, it's pretty rock solid. Brakes are okay. I think, you know, there's probably no major issue with the brake. I can get in there and you can take, it's probably hard to see, you can take a look at the brake pad. There's still lots of brake pad left. I changed the brake fluid, replaced the front and rear brake fluid. I've got the rear set up a little bit softer. I don't like too tight rear brakes. You can tighten it up if needed, but it's pretty nice the setup as it is. So there it is. So it is a Harley Davidson 2006 1200 Sportster XL with obviously quite a lot of aftermarket stuff done to it. Runs well, haven't used it that much, need to get rid of it. Got a family now, can't ride it. But it's pretty well good to go. At this point, I'm going to pull the battery, just because it's a brand new battery. I want to leave the battery out. It's important to always put a trickle charger on it when you're not riding it. Just mentioning it now because I've had to replace this battery a couple times where I haven't ridden the bike for a few weeks, and it does drain and you have to pull it and put it on a trickle charger, so it's better just to permanently put some leads on and keep it on a trickle charger when you're not riding it. Harley will tell you the same. Buy the Harley from the trickle or buy a trickle charger from Harley or Canadian Tire, wherever. So that's the bike there. Take a look at some of the other parts I have here. I got a number of other parts. So there's the battery cover, which is off right now because the battery, we've got the shop manual, and the and the work manual. These are the bars I was going to put on if I was going to redo the whole thing. These are some LA Chopper bars. Got some window bars here. This is the receipt from the battery I just bought. It was just tested, certified. It was about 180 bucks. These are the 444 progressive shocks. Those retail for about 600 Canadian. Had these bars on it at one point. These are LA Chopper club bars. They're about 8 inches rise. And all these bars work with stock electrical. You don't need to change or any of the wiring. They all fit. The nice thing about the LA Chopper stuff is you can route the electrical internally. So on this one here, these built wells, nice bars, but they don't do internal wiring, so it sticks out, and to me, it kind of bothers me, but small detail. Anyways, that's it. Listed at $5,500. Good to go, no liens, no real issues that I can see, and that's basically the bike.